king. Pastor Henry took everything Emeka had told him and reported it to Lieutenant Arthur Forbes, the man responsible for capturing Arochukwu. When the British Empire studied Arochukwu, they understood one thing very clearly. Arochukwu was ready for war. With the support of brave Ohafia warriors and with other allied Igbo communities, any direct would be costly. Too many men would die, too many resources would be wasted. The British were not afraid of war, but they were not foolish. Not yet. They decided to try deceit before force. So they came up with a plan. Let the king keep the throne, but let the people think nothing has changed. Let's trade pass through British hands. This way, Arochukwu would fall slowly, without noise. They explained this plan to Emeka. Emeka was the only man who could speak both English and Igbo fluently. He understood the white man's language and also knew how to twist words in Igbo. So the British took Emeka to the palace. Emeka knew everything he was about to say was a lie, but he did it anyway. Emeka told the king that the British had come up with a plan to make Arochukwu richer. That if the king could focus on ruling and being king, while the British took control of all the trades in Arochukwu, that Arochukwu would be richer. Eze Kanu Okoro was not a child. He had ears everywhere, from Bonny, from Calabar, from neighboring towns that had already tasted British help. So when Emeka finished speaking, the king did not rush to answer. He listened and he understood. He knew the British had used the same sweet words everywhere. He knew how trade control always turned into land control, and how permission always became ownership. The audacity of the British people to even ask to control Arochukwu's trade was an insult. The king consulted Okoro Toti, the head of Aro military. Together, they agreed on one thing: the British could not be trusted. And from that day on, the British were banned from setting foot into Arochukwu. No meetings, no negotiations, no entry. Messengers were sent immediately to Ohafia to mobilize warriors. Arochukwu was guarded on every side. DBRs were also at work, protecting Arochukwu spiritually. Arochukwu was prepared for war. But while the king and warriors were preparing openly, Emeka was working quietly. He was still meeting with the British people. He was still feeding them information. He was still dreaming of becoming tax collector. The British responded by tightening their grip everywhere. They set camps all around Arochukwu and isolated Arochukwu from its neighbors. They already controlled Bonny, the Niger Delta and Calabar. Trade slowed, movement reduced, pressure increased, but Arochukwu did not back down. What the king did not know was this: while the gates were guarded, the bushes were being sold. While Arochukwu was tightening his defense, Emeka was tightening his plans.